Oh, nah. Oh, nah. We back with another one, man. Salute to everybody coming in the building. Please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video, man. It's your boy E Oil, a.k.a. the Harlem Legend, man. And things seem, it just don't sound right to me. I'm gonna be all the way completely honest. I feel like it's a way more sinister. I feel like it's way more bigger than what we all think. I'm just saying, they claiming the Mexican Mafia is behind the stabbing of Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez team they released a statement. Tory was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own despite being in pain, and he is talking normally in good spirits and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. So that dropped on Tory Lanez's page, right? Something ain't right to me, folks. I gotta be real. First of all, I gotta say, shout out to Spider Lope. You heard? He dropped an exclusive over on his channel. A guy was calling from the prison that Tory Lanez got stabbed in. It has now become a race war. I want y'all to pay attention to this because this can get nasty. Pay attention.
What it do, Fight?
Shit, nothing much to look, right? This morning, brother, the Mex came out and bust on the boy Tory. You know, they airlifted him and all that, so you know that's gonna respond when we come off this shit. We're gonna respond the right way to that.
They laid the yard down.
No, it happened in the building.
What was it over? It was over some. What he had did he have a debt, a gambling debt or something?
Nah, nothing like that. Shit, we don't even really know. We don't even know the whole situation, you know.
So it was just like some foul play. So it's gonna be up.
Yeah, it's for sure with some foul play.
Damn, cuz. Wasn't nobody right there with him when it happened? Wasn't nobody right there with him when it went down?
Yeah, I guess nobody wasn't. He was by himself out there. He got a whole tier full of Mex. He on a whole tier full of Mex.
Wow.
But you already know, once we get off this shit, we press some play on. We press play.
I'm already knowing. God damn. You don't know if he gonna be all right or not either, huh?
Nah, we don't know yet. He gonna be all right there. He gonna pull through though.
That's right. That's crazy because I've been out here. I've been the whole time he's been going through what he's been going through. I've been feeling like that nigga got railroaded. I hate to see him in that position. I'm glad.
Man, for sure, he got railroaded.
Yeah, he got railroaded. I'm glad that
that's an innocent man in prison, bro.
I believe it, 100%. How he been programming in there? He been programming cool.
Man, all he do is program, come outside, work out, play ball, do him.
That's right. I heard it's been cracking up there too. It was a riot the other day, not too long ago.
Yeah, it was like I want to say like 3 weeks ago it was a riot.
Yeah, I got
2-3 weeks. Yeah.
You been straight though?
Yeah, it be cracking up here. Yeah, I've been straight. You know me, keeping my head up high. I got 4 months left.
As you can see, shout out to Spider Logue, ex-G Unit affiliate. He actually broke the news. We got to be real. And as you hear the phone call, you hear the man saying, Tory Lanez is on the tier with all Mexicans. You heard? They saying they hit him, and it's going to be up when them doors crack. Now, to my understanding, on the West Coast, you have Latin, you have white, and you have black. Okay? On the streets, you may be Crip, you may be Blood, but you black in prison. To my understanding, I got dudes from the West Coast that's tapping in, so it doesn't work like that. The politics don't work like that. Yeah, you could claim Crip. Yeah, you could claim Blood, but you are black. So when it's time to go to war, it's race wars. You heard the man allude to there was an actual war the other day, right? There was some things that popped off. I hope y'all didn't forget because I made sure I went back and got that. Because remember when Tory Lanez was rapping on the phone? You heard? Remember when he was spitting them lyrics over the phone? He actually got caught in a war while he was on the jack. You can't make this up. Pay attention.
Tell him, make him do gymnastics. See that nigga run up to the yard and he got backflip. Crying in the cell so many nights that I got trapped in. I learned him and morning and I got trapped in. Cause he got the cell and I got morning and I got trapped in.
You see that, y'all? It was already popping off in the jail he was in anyways. But I got to stand on my square, y'all. I got to be real. I got to stand on what I stand on. And I'm telling y'all, this is bigger than what we all think. When you will break this all down, right, it doesn't make sense. Pay attention to this, y'all, because the Mexican Mafia, they run everything, okay? They run the drugs. They run the cell phones. They run everything in these prisons on the West Coast. Let's keep it real. When they climb over that border, they get into Texas. You're Midwest shit. Like they run anything from Texas all the way down to California, man. Let's stop playing these games. The Mexican Mafia runs pretty much everything that jumps in these prisons. And when a race war pops off, it's black versus Latin, it's white, Aryan. They got their own factions, but there's no really set Blood and Crip. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. The politics is a little different. It's a color barrier on the West Coast. Now think about it. If the Mexican Mafia runs everything on the West Coast already, they're already running these prisons. We ain't going to sugarcoat it like they not running them prisons. Look it up yourself. They are one of the most dangerous. You heard? One of the most dangerous, serving the rest of their lives behind prison walls. They really don't care. They send out hits. And usually, when the Mexican Mafia sends out hits, you can look this up. This is all public record, ladies and gentlemen. When the Mexican Mafia send out hits, they usually use your own race. Yeah, they'll pick a dummy. Think about it. There actually is other gangs under the Mexican Mafia, okay? They are called Chicanos, which is American Mexicans, okay? They are considered American Mexican gangs. They're not pure Mexican. They were born in America, but they're Mexican. Half Mexican, half American. You know what I'm saying? They just born in America. You know how it go. They're called Chicanos. So we got to do the homework on this. I think the hit was a lot bigger. I think it was something bigger at stake here. This man changed the game. Yo, the game is wicked. I need y'all to understand that. The game is wicked. I see a lot of people getting in my comments, oh, don't bring Rock Nation into this. Don't bring Megan Thee Stallion into this. I'm standing on it, bro. I got to stand on the people that put him where he's at. I got to stand on that. I got to stand on that, bro. The father came out and even said it. It's floating around. The father said it. Rock Nation is behind him going to prison. Who do you think is behind taking him out? Because the Mexican Mafia don't move like this. Why would you risk lockdown? Now we locked down for months. We don't know when we getting out of it. It's a level 4 prison. We don't know when we getting out these cells to get back to our bag. You understand? The Mexican Mafia has millions upon millions. Why would they risk that to get this man out the way? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The bag has to be heftier and bigger than what we're actually making doing what we do. I'm not buying the whole trip that this is out of hate. This is a black and white thing. No, I just can't buy it. Y'all leave y'all comments in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel. But I feel like there's a higher force behind this. I don't care what none of y'all say. The industry is ruthless. When this man put out NFTs and broke the code and was selling albums for $1 in front of the fucking label's faces, they looked at him like, oh no. Oh no, we're going to make sure we take care of you. So not only did they get him a 10-year bid, they tried to take this man's life. A lot of y'all be lost out here. I'm not lost to it. Because in the hindsight of things, y'all look at what's on the surface. To me, it doesn't make sense for the Mexican Mafia to hit him. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The Chicanos, none of them. They move on the Mexican Mafia orders. They send out orders. Okay? So I doubt, it's just my opinion, y'all. Y'all can get in my comment section and dispute it. But they don't move like that. Why risk lockdown and a race war over Tory Lanez? No, the bag has to be bigger for me to go hit you. There has to be something bigger at stake. Oh, you gonna cover all this money we making every day throughout the year for lockdown? I don't know. I don't know. Get in my comment section. And usually the Mexican Mafia, they'll send your own race or they send others after you. It's public record. They'll pay a dummy. And it works all the time. You heard? Everybody needs to eat. Yo, it's your boy E-Oil, a.k.a. the Harlem Legend, man. God bless. God bless Tory Lanez. Hopefully he can get a conditional release because this man is, I ain't gonna lie. Hopefully he makes it out of there. You heard? He had a chance to go to PC. He signed out of it to go to population. Anything can happen in these prisons, y'all. But to me, I feel like this is way bigger than what any of you are thinking on the surface. You heard? I don't feel like y'all brains are thinking beyond the surface of what we see, what they're giving us. No, sir. They work in mysterious ways in this industry. I'm here to crack the Da Vinci Code. The same way Tory Lanez cracked the code with the NFTs and basically tooted it up in the air in front of them. And they bad. They don't want him getting out in 2029 making a splash. What you think gonna happen in 2029 when he get out? They tried to kill him. They listen to this, y'all. 14 times. Leave a comment, man. Salute.